pregnant, she couldn't do any of that. And so it just was like drinking since she got up until she passed out.
And, I mean, how did you, because you had never really been around, obviously, substance abuse, and that wasn't a thing that you grew up with. I mean, your dad was obviously a great person and wasn't like that. So how did you come to the conclusion, basically, in your mind, like, my mom's got a problem? You know, this is something that's reached an unhealthy state.
Well, it's tough because I was also dealing with the death of my dad. Yeah. And so I'm trying to, like, put on a brave face and get through my school day. And then it started, like, me coming home, and she'd already be passed out because she didn't go to work today. And I guess I realized that, no, this is really bad because my friends would want to come over, and I would go through the house and have to pick up empty bottles of vodka and wine all over the place. And she'd have them, like, in her bedside table, on her bed, in the hallway, in the kitchen, and so I'd have to go around and, like, pick them up because I wanted my friends to come over and I didn't want them to know. Yeah. And then once I realized I was, like, hiding it from other people, I knew this is a problem.
Yeah. And you knew that, like, my friends don't have this at their house. Yes. But I have this at mine. Like,
I knew it wasn't normal. Yeah. I thought, because she would drink, like, before, she would drink every once in a while. But once I was like, no, this is way too much. This isn't normal. There's a specific time where you can tell when it's too much. And so I actually tried to talk to my older sister and tell her what was going on, because it became really overwhelming. Yeah. And
you're only a kid.
Yeah. And she'd get really, like, irate and scream at me, and I didn't understand why. And I was like, I'm not that bad of a kid. What did I do wrong? Yeah. And so then I kind of was like, oh, well, maybe it's because she's drunk. And so I went to my sister and I asked her, I told her what was happening, and she's like, oh, I think Mom has a problem. And one night we tried to talk to her about it, and it completely blew up in our face. She denied it. She said this wasn't a problem. She said that I was getting brainwashed to thinking it wasn't a problem. Wow. And she blamed it on my sister and was like, why do you're not here, you don't know. Yeah. Why are you telling this to Allysa? But it was me who was going to my sister.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously your mom had, like, this problem for a while, and it was interfering with jobs and, like, day-to-day life. Did your mom ever get, you know, like, in trouble with the law or anything like that, you know?
No. When I was 16, I was taking driver's ed. She picked me up from driver's ed, and she was really drunk, and she drove me home. And we had, like, gone up on the sidewalk, and she was going 30 miles above the speed limit.